Hey all listeners, we continue where we left off in Final Fantasy II or Final Fantasy VII Remaster. How do you call it? Remaster? Like remaster, yeah. LP Disc 2. This is gonna be part, whatever it is, I forgot exactly. I mean, the part doesn't really matter because you can see on the video what it's gonna be called. Now, the thing is, we're currently grinding up a bit of our death penalty. We're trying to get a bunch of kills here. I'm trying to get him up to 70 at least for some upcoming things, so yeah. Now the thing is, I'm not going to grind until the point where I can kill like emerald weapon in one hit, because that's just going to take way too long and stuff like that. But I mean, it doesn't take it that long if you could have a turbo control and leave it on for during the night. Basically, you can just leave it on for like several hours and stuff like that. But the thing is, you would need sneak material for that and a turbo controller. I don't know if it's possible with a normal controller. It might be possible because there are ways to like make him move and stuff like that. I forgot how it is, because there is a way to make him move in a circle. I forgot how people do it with the controller. If it's just like maybe it's just like hold it in a certain way and then it continues on moving like that. Maybe there is a way to like hold it to where it makes a circle automatically. Maybe. Alright, you put it down R1 and I think you use hold of direction and you put down R1. I think that is what you do actually. I don't like hold down R1 and then you turn, right? Because you can see you turn with like R1 and L1. So you can just have it alternate between R1, like I could just hold up and R1 on R1 and I would like just continue on like moving like that. I want to say when my damage changes to 2000. It is like 2800 now in comparison to like 2500 that it was before. So, maybe it increases with, I really want to look at what the increase is, how often it is, and if there's a way to tell. Because eventually, like, the thing is, like, once you're strong enough, you should be able to start, like, you can, for example, go on testing all the areas, how much you have grinded, because eventually you're going to reach a point where you will see, like, low level enemies just die from your attacks. Now, the best way to test this is use this weakest shit weapon. And then basically, like, you want to get to a point where you can, like, max out your power. Power, of course, with the power sources, you want like 255 strength. But then the thing is, that won't necessarily give you max attack. But I don't think you can go higher than that with stat. But the thing is, for example, like, if you were equip his weakest weapon, which of course Quicksilver, which has 38 in damage, you can see really what his damage is unbuffed. You can see, like, I almost have the maximum attack. Like, the attack will only go up to 255. That's what attack will go up to, because I can still get way more strength with him. And the way the strength works, after you reach 255, it will still go up stronger for the weaker weapons and stuff like that. And for something like this, you don't waste the strength stat. The strength still matters a lot for weapons like this. So we're at 68 now, okay. I just want him to 70 basically. And I know that I could get, like, I could use the XP plus materials here. So it's 20, so how much is it to level? It's 25,304. So you need to do 10 battles then for each one. So 10 battles for each level then. If that is true, if it's 2,500 for like encountering 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only the 4 one. So the 4 one gives 19, 20. So 10 battles on 19,000 there. Let's see how much the 5 one gives now. The 5 one gives over 2,000, right? 2,260. So that's 22,060 from 10. 22,060 from 10. So a level is a bit more than that. A level is a bit more than 10 battles. Now, of course, with the XP plus material, it has different stars levels. So you have 3 star levels on it, I think. Just like how with like enemy load are 3 stars to it. The first star, of course, is like, I don't think I had any enemy load that was really high. I don't think. Yeah, I have them at 2. For example, like 2 is not actually increased, like the master one doesn't have higher than the 2 one, I don't think it is. I forgot if it did or not. But I believe the way the XP Plus or the XP increase works, what's it called? EXP, is it called EXP Plus specifically? XP Plus material. So XP Plus material, basically what it does is it's XP Plus material gives you I forgot if we did elemental materiality, I think we did, because we do have the elemental right. We do have 3 elementals. I think that's the maximum we can get in the game. I think it's one way to test it is used to test to mob something. I'm gonna test mobbing something here. Where is it bad? I might actually stop at 69 even. I don't want to waste too long time here actually. I'm collecting more and more clips by the way, so. The thing is, for example, like I know how much health certain things have. And stuff that, and of course obviously the tank, I forgot how much health it has. Exactly, I know that I need to reach a certain amount to where my morph deals a certain amount of damage in order to one-shot the tank. You will see what I mean, but the tank of course has less armor than this I think. Because these are high level enemies than the tank. But one way, for example, that you can easily tell how many ones you have killed is how many daisies you have. Although daisies doesn't always drop, I don't think there's 100% guarantee for the days to drop. But I do believe like stuff like luck actually affects item drops. Which is, so, yeah, so it's not always that you get it from a counter, but for example we had like 10 before for a long time ago, now I have 27. Now I know that it's not accurate because you don't always get the daisies, but you know, the luck does matter quite a lot actually. Like for example, but the thing that you would really need for Barret is not only the power sources for Barret, but you also need speed sources, I believe. Because I cannot figure out why people do people do the mime with the Anger Max, because Anger Max doesn't have a lot of damage modifications. It would feel like it would be much easier to just use Claw, just use Omni Slash, and then keep miming Omni Slash over and over. That you just feel like that would do more damage overall. But maybe it's just that once you deal a lot of damage with Barret, like for example, like you can use his maximum weapon, and then like you can just use missing score, have enough Knights of the Round on it, or have enough like powerful stuff to where he deals 9,099 damage. And I forgot if Audrey did this one Knights of the Round mastered. Said that, but yeah. 35,000 for that, so now we're at 246 keys. Not do that, turn off encounters please. Now we have enemy lure on and stuff like that, but that's the music. Now to the real test. Would I stay by the way? I don't want to buy those. Do we have more eaters? Why do we have 99 eaters? I'm not going to question why we had 99 eaters. Alright, we've been farming them actually, we've gotten them from the Max Chocobo Racing and from other stuff. Things, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty big boost to our cash flow. And so now we want to go to the place, and that's in Gongana, which is over here, slightly off before, because we can even hear this. I forgot if the stuff here changes. Do the items here change? I want to check here. headband, sunglasses, store pendant, talisman, focusman, fury ring. I don't know how good fury ring is. Like, you'll figure out that berserking actually does increase your strength, right, with Vincent. So technically I could put Vincent on with the really powerful weapon and just have him like berserk. And then he would attack immediately once he gets his turn, rather than me putting in something in. Maybe that's actually faster to do. Hang on a second though. This was the one with the guy upstairs, right? Yes. And he sells the hard edge and what was it? Hard edge? Yeah, okay. I'm curious about one thing. Like this is of course where he rests, right? Yeah. This doesn't rest them, right? I hope that it doesn't rest them. I'm not gonna move like a name eclipse yet, but I'm gonna wait with that. It does. That's a bit bad, but we do have one fury ring, right? We should have a fury ring. I should have got the money, yes. But that's not gonna be good because we need to specifically. We need to. Of course, yes, there are ways to like kill them and stuff like that. Now the best way to kind of kill them is just like equip a shit ton of. Now the best way to kill off the characters would obviously be to just do something like this to make them hardly have like any defense or anything. So you make them super weak like this. With your defense, that's still look at that defense still from them. 89 defense, just because defense goes up naturally. But then what you do is you just find here, use to hit these here, in order to make them have less max health. So you reduce their health by 10. I don't think that Ultima decreased by more, right? No, Ultima doesn't decrease by more. Now there is of course probably also a quadramatic way to do the thing. This reactor is useless, but I hear there's still huge material at the Corel, Fort Condor and the Uno reactors. And you can actually learn about, I believe already that you can learn about Rocket Town. So yeah. You can do the gun on this screen by the way, so yeah. Power stores! I'm gonna see how quickly we can get the encounters here. Of course with as you can see with several people it's pretty bad. But wait, if I do... doesn't this work in this game? I do have it on memory. But shouldn't it remember? I kind of wish it could remember because there is one game where it can remember what it was in the previous combat. So for example if you use Morph, like in Final Fantasy X it does that. For example like in, it remembers from battle to battle, I think it remembers from the previous battle. I mean I can get really quick at this, I think. We have about 5 power sources. But you should care about increasing his power first. You need to increase Vincent's power first before you increase Barrett's power. And you might wonder why. You you increase his power first. That is just so that he will be strong enough to morph the stuff at the damage in our plane. Because I never planned this out from the previous Let's Play. I was able to defeat Emerald Ruby Weapon pretty early, but it took a lot of tries and we just got lucky kinda, you know, stuff like that. Because the thing is, the more material you have equipped, the more damage his air time storm does. There's a way to prevent it with casting Bahamut. Bahamut works, and of course, so Bahamut works. Of course, you're not gonna have access to that at that point. So yeah. Now Morph is a good way to tell, because basically his attack is the same damage as Morph, which is not true normally. But if you use Yuffie here, she's gonna do a lot less damage with her conformer, so then you're reliant on having a shit on the power sources on her. So then it's just better with Vincent overall, because Vincent just has higher attack normally than Yuffie has. I mean, he's kind of like a black mage, like I always compare him to Gino in Super Mario RPG, which is a bit weird, I know. He's kind of like a black mage though, which is I think what his role is supposed to be. But then his weapons are like strong enough to be like more like a, you know, like a thing. He's obviously stronger than Barrett, like.